Yo, hey man, what's happening? I'm gonna get right into it. This is strictly movie review. Um, just got back. Uh, what a time it is to be alive. To be an '80s baby. Um, wow, wow. Huge departure from the first Godzilla 2014. So let's get right into it. It picks up about 5 years after the fact. The main character is Emma, played by Vera Farmiga. Millie Bobby Brown is the daughter. Kyle Chandler is the husband. They lose a son named Andrew during the fight in San Francisco. So then the mother, Emma, works for Monarch. Of course, the couple is divorced. The daughter stays with the mother. They're at some outpost in China, right? And then they're watching Mothra about to hatch. The father is somewhere in Colorado. He takes pictures of wolves. Mothra hatches. Of course, Emma is a double agent. She works for the eco terrorist. They come in, hijack the place, shoot everybody, whatever. The Orca device. The Orca device is interesting. It mimics. So when they built the Orca device, it takes all of the it scans the biometrics of whatever creature it is, right? And it creates an alpha signal to where once the signal is played, the creature will adhere or think there's an alpha present. It can either upset the creature, relax the creature, or cause the creature to follow via a fake alpha signal. Okay, the underlying alpha signal in the Orca was a human, because yes, humans are the world's predators, apex predator to a certain extent. I mean, just rock with me this one, okay? So then they go to Antarctica. Wink, wink, Antarctica. That's where Ghidorah is in ice. Then Monarch gets wind of it. They head up to Antarctica too late. The bad guys then Doug bombs into the ice to free Ghidorah. The father shows up with Monarch. He's like, "Hey, come with dad." And daughter's like, "No, I'm gonna stay with mom." So then the mother, Emma, grabs the charger, the detonator. She says, "Run." She clicks it, and the explosion, the ice breaks, and Ghidorah comes out. Oh, holy lit. Ghidorah is like Smog on steroids times 100. Um, he looked good. The interesting thing about Ghidorah is 3 heads, 3 different personalities. The middle head is the dominant head. The way he would snipe at the other heads, and the way he would tug at the ear of the other one. Clearly, the middle head was the dominant one. Oh my gosh, Ghidorah, man, they got it right. So when it breaks out, everyone's running for their lives. One of the heads eats the lady, Dr. Graham. She gets eaten. It's all within the first act. I'm like, God damn. But I said this like almost 2 months ago in a few streams. Somebody that worked for Warner, he sent me a bunch of stuff. He's like, yo, this was gonna happen, this was gonna happen, this was gonna happen. 90% he was spot on. Him kept saying Godzilla's gonna get his ass whooped the whole time. I'm thinking, okay, Godzilla did not necessarily get his ass whooped the whole movie. The first one when they fought in Antarctica, without doubt, Godzilla got his ass whooped. Okay. Without a doubt. And then so Ghidorah, launches says its alpha signal, and all the other creatures the Titans come out of hiding. There's one particular creature that's like a giant woolly mammoth that walks on its knuckles. The other one's like a spider. And then we had, of course, Rodan. Rodan breaks out of La Isla somewhere in Mexico, right? Rodan's host get down. Rodan was tough. Rodan looked good. Rodan was fierce. Wow, Rodan. Unsung. Rodan, nicely done. Okay, so then they're the cross-country hop, skipping, and jumping away, right? Second get down between Godzilla and Ghidorah. So they figure out Ghidorah creates electrical storms, and it's a whole bunch of tracking. Follow this, follow that, right? So then when Rodan, they go to confront Rodan. Rodan is just whooping, the military's ass. They're in this ship, the USS Argo, and they're trying to lure Rodan away from Mexico City, right, to take on Ghidorah. And the ferocity that Rodan displayed in this movie, just yeah, the aftermath of how everyone got sucked into the tailwind when he flies over people. I mean, the trailer doesn't know good. Trailer doesn't know good. Rodan was a G, right? So then Rodan and Ghidorah get into it. Of course, Rodan gets shot down in the water. So then second fight is Godzilla Ghidorah. Now, the interesting thing is Godzilla says, "I'm okay. We're going to take the fight underwater." So he's pretty much whooping on Ghidorah underwater, right? So then they launch the Oxygen Destroyer. Now, for all your old school Godzilla fans, 1954, you remember that's how they killed the first original Godzilla, with the Oxygen Destroyer. Okay, remember the doctor created it, had to go underwater, he released it, and it just really just basically disintegrated everything in the water, and it destroys the oxygen, whatever, and then killed the first Godzilla along with the doctor. Right, so that's a nice little old homage to the first original Godzilla using the Oxygen Destroyer. So they launched this thing. Ghidorah comes out. Oh, but before that comes out, Godzilla takes off one of the heads. Right, Ghidorah shoots out of the water, lands on Rodan's volcano, regrows a new head. The Oxygen Destroyer pretty much damn near kills Godzilla. Godzilla goes down. There's another key point. There's vortexes in the ocean. Godzilla is able to use these vortexes in the oceans to appear wherever he wants. This is how he's able to swim so fast and catch these creatures that can fly, right? Or these creatures can be hundreds of miles ahead of him, and he'll use a vortex in the ocean and pop up right all of a sudden. So then one of the doctors was like, I knew it, Hollow Earth, right? Because I'm getting to that part. So then Godzilla goes to retreat to go heal. So then Ghidorah goes off to Boston. And then the whole mother-daughter thing, the daughter's like, oh my God, you're the monster. You know, the mother's like, you know, I want a human population, basically. It's the theme of this, almost like a scorched earth type of theme with this movie, as far as what the eco-terrorist agenda is for releasing all the Titans, right? They kind of want to reset the balance. Humans are the virus, and they want to get rid of the virus, okay? So then the daughter steals the Orca device, goes to Boston. They're in Boston, the bunker in Boston, right? She sets the Orca off. Ghidorah follows, goes to Boston to follow the Orca, whatever. So then, while this is all happening, the Navy says, you know, hey, we need to help Godzilla. We need to take a couple nukes down there and kind of light him up and give him some energy. Well, the sub gets damaged. The sub gets damaged going through the vortex to find Godzilla. Okay, Hollow Earth. So then Dr. Zarasawa was like, I'll go. You know, the Japanese man. He said, I'll go. So he goes and takes a little sub ship and goes into this huge underground temple, all owed to Godzilla, right? He walks up the stairs, man. He's dying because there's radiation all over the place. He's not going to live through this. You know, he pets Godzilla on the snout. He lights the nuclear bomb, and all of a sudden Godzilla just gets all rejuvenated, right? He gets so rejuvenated. Another homage from Godzilla versus Destroyer. All my old school Godzilla fans know Godzilla versus Destroyer. Okay, so then he's supercharged, and he goes to fight Ghidorah again for the third time. So right now we're like it's a 1-1. It's a 1-1. Okay. And then he's whooping Ghidorah. I mean, he's really whooping Ghidorah, but to the point where they're like, oh my God, his radiation levels are spiking. He's gonna go thermal. He's gonna go nuclear. Godzilla versus Destroyer. If you know that version of Godzilla, he went nuclear, had a nuclear meltdown. He died, gave his essence to the sun. Godzilla Jr. He became a new Godzilla. Okay, now you're all caught up. So then, in the midst of the battle, Ghidorah gets to a power plant. He gets rejuvenated, right? So now he's getting the best of Godzilla. They're whooping him. And he grabs him, takes him to the sky and drops him. So Godzilla's down there, gets getting his ass whooped. Here comes Mothra. And in Mothra, you know, the nice part was, you know how the twins are connected to Mothra. So the girl, there's one female monarch um, employee, that she's a descendant of the twins that have always dealt with Mothra, that have always worked with Monarch. So she's in that bloodline. Nice homage to the little twins from Mothra. If you know your Godzilla stuff, they're Mothra. The little twins, they always talk like this big, and they talk the same. All right, they talk at the same time. Nice little homage to that. So then moving forward, there was one Titan named Baphomet. Didn't know which one it was. There was a spider one. There was the woolly mammoth, and there was another Muto, right? But I don't know which one was called the Baphomet. So I have to catch up the next time. All right, right. So then Ghidorah gets powered up. He starts whooping on Godzilla, drops him from the sky. Right. So then Mothra comes in to save Godzilla. Then here comes Rodan, because at this point, Mothra and Godzilla kind of double team Ghidorah. She shoots the sticky web, and he's stuck to the building. And he pushes him through the building. She's about to launch a kill shot because she's coming in. And here comes Rodan, and then Rodan and Mothra are going at it. And for the most part, Rodan is getting the best out of Mothra. Listen, y'all all know in all the Mothra movies, Mothra always dies. Mothra is queen of the monsters, feminine energy. You got Godzilla and Ghidorah, two Negus or Nagas, the snake gods, dragon gods, lizards, Quetzalcoatl, whatever you want to call it. The only difference between the two is one is indigenous to this planet, which is Godzilla. The other one is not indigenous to this planet. So this version of the snake god and Ghidorah is alien. Okay, all right. So Mothra and Rodan are going at it. Rodan's about to kill her, and then she stings him in the shoulder. So down goes Rodan, right? So then while Godzilla's trying to recover, whatever, here comes Mothra going full-fledged at Ghidorah. She takes the full brunt of the gravity beams. And it didn't work out so well. So, of course, she dies, and her little essence, sprinkles on top of Godzilla, yada, 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 yada. And then, so then they go find the girl, right? She has the orca, the mom and dad in the military. They find the girl, right? They fix the orca, because at this point, Godzilla done flamed up. He's flaming Godzilla now, burning Godzilla, whatever you want to call him. But he needs time to recover. Because right now, Ghidorah has him in a death clutch, and he's sniping at him and sucking his energy out of him. So they get the orca to working. So the dad takes the daughter, and they go in the Osprey plane, and she's like, mom's like, okay, I'll be there in a minute. I had to activate it, right? So she's running towards them, and you see Ghidorah attracted to the orca. So he's following the orca, whatever, and she's looking at the plane with the family. And she's looking at Ghidorah, and Ghidorah's like bearing down on her. So she decides to go off in a Humvee and drive and distract and take Ghidorah away from them so they can make their escape. Of course, the little girl's crying and all that. Yeah. Okay. So then Ghidorah launches a gravity beam, flips the truck over, whatever. She's about to, he's about to eat her. I assume he was about to eat her at this point because, there's a lot of close-up shots between the creatures and the Titans and the humans. The only thing I don't like about these movies, all these close-up shots when you want to have the creature like eyeball the human. Like what is stop? What is that? The first part of the movie, the girl touched Mothra. That's when you first see the orca in display. Mothra, she deems she feels she's being attacked. And she's about to kill somebody. The mother activates the orca and calms her down, whatever. There's always these stupid shots where the creature's like, and the little human's like, and they want to touch the human, and the human want to touch the nose or whatever. And it's stupid, man. That I can live without. Okay, so then, right before Ghidorah's about to kill Emma, the mother, she's like, long live the king, right? Yeah. So then, here comes Godzilla, and everything around him just melts because he's flamed. He's gone nuclear. He's nuclear thermal at this point, right? And he's so OP at this point, So he launches his attack, which is like this force thermal blast, and it melts, literally disintegrates Ghidorah's wings, right? First blast. And he hits it with another pulse, right? and basically disintegrates all of the Ghidorah pretty much for the most part. And then Ghidorah's down, and then Godzilla walks over him, and then he steps on his chest, right, and caves his chest in, and then a huge nuclear explosion. Then radiation goes back in. Godzilla's back to normal now because he's not no longer thermal. He's calmed. He's calmed down, right? His temperature is cool. So then you see this. You see Ghidorah's head get up. Like I said it. Ghidorah. Like I said, Godzilla does eat one of Ghidorah's heads. I called that 2 months ago in a stream. Right, my guy was right about that. So he eats. He's eating one of the heads, and then he does another atomic breath beam and destroys the head and eats the whatever's left of the head. Yeah, right. They played some of the old Godzilla theme songs. They redid it, of course. Nice touch there. I two songs I recognize. I'm like, one was from the ending theme of Godzilla versus Destroyer. The part where he actually melts down. That particular song. If you know that song, when you hear it towards the end. And then the more famous song, that one they play. That was cool. All right, so during the end credits, let's say the mid credit scene. It's not even a mid credit scene. So they're going through the Monarch files, and the last part you see a picture of an old wall painting of Kong versus Godzilla. So now it's setting up for Kong versus Godzilla. Listen, I don't see how you could really write in the script that Kong could beat this version of Godzilla. I don't know how. It's called the movies for a reason. I think it's going to be a team up. I said I think Kong versus Godzilla will be a team up halfway through the movie. Right? That's just my prediction because you can't kill off one. You can't kill one of these characters off. All right? You're just not going to happen. It's going to be team up. You just watch. You just watch. I liked it. Still too much human interaction for my taste. I really don't care for the humans. I just want to see the monsters get at it. If you did not like Godzilla 2014 because of the lack of action or lack of monsters, you will be so happy with this version. They did it right. Yeah, there's flaws and there's holes here and there, but if you wanted to see Godzilla express emotions like anger, right? Because there's a part when he shows he's clearly angry when he sees Ghidorah, right? Ghidorah just looked epic. I mean, epic, right? They all look good. I can't pick one over the other. They all look good for their own reasons. But if you're a fan of these movies, as I was growing up, you will be happy, extremely happy. I will go see this again this weekend just to take in everything. But the only real gems that I took away from this was the mention of Hollow Earth and the themes that the two dragon gods, and then you had Rodan, the fire demon or like the phoenix, right? And then you had Mothra, the queen. She's the feminine energy represented in this movie. So you had a little bit of everything in this. If you caught it, it wasn't very deep, but it was enough to okay, I get it. Two dragons, one black greenish, other one gold. Monatomic gold, and how important the gold aspect is when it comes to dragons and just gold. Period. The fact that they had the Asian man sacrifice himself to the dragon, that was that was a nice little thingy right there, because you know how Asians revere dragons, and if you go with the original Asian people, they're a little bit darker, right? But I'm not going to turn that into something else. That was pretty much it. My movie review for Godzilla King of Monsters. Yes, it was dope. It was great. That's pretty much it. I can't really say anything more. I liked it a lot. So, but I'm really excited for Kong versus Godzilla. Like I said, I can't see how they're going to make Kong beat Godzilla. And then everyone says, "Oh yeah, Kong was a teen." Yes, Kong was a teen in Skull Island. He will grow some more, but he wouldn't be nowhere near the size of this Godzilla. They've already stated Kong will be a tad bit undersized when he fights Godzilla. So they said it. It is what it is. See, everybody's in the house curious. My man, Curious. Starkeeper, Renzo, Iron 5. Flossie, hey, 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 wake the hell up. Hurricane, Edmund, Alex. So yeah, usual suspects. I will post it on movie review channel. I gotta go to the gym. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace.